Well, Kevin Reed was a great, really good skateboarder. He was a really great surf skater. You know, in the beginning with the urethane wheels and stuff, Kevin was one of the leaders. You know, he was really great skater, and he could surf. So, I mean, a lot of guys in the beginning back then, the skateboarders were surfers, and Kevin was definitely one of the better ones. I mean, his surfing was really great at the time, you know. He just incorporated a lot of skateboarding moves into his surfing. We're definitely doing airs and stuff before anybody else that I knew.
First air, 1972, in front of Joey Thomas, right there at the lane, right out of the slot. Told JT straight up, watch this. And I landed it with Robert Waldemeyer and everybody else, Collier, everybody else wondering, what the hell?
Vince and his best friends Richard Schmidt and Kevin Reed got any wave they wanted, anytime, anywhere.
Richard Schmidt, Vince Collier, all the people in that era, yeah, they pretty much paved the way.
All these guys were different types of personalities. Maybe if I can give, like Richard Schmidt being a really positive piece of energy, Vince Collier being maybe like a battery. Vince is really negative energy, Richard's really positive energy, but they're both really good energy if harnessed properly.
People looked up to Richard for different reasons than they looked up to me for. You could look at Richard and go, that's who I want to be. Or look at me and go, that's who I don't want to be, but I'd like to be.
Opposites, Richard and Vince, but I think they fed off each other a lot. The first time I ever surfed Sunset Beach was with Richard Schmidt, and it was probably about 6 to 8 feet, you know, barely breaking, but I thought it was huge. It was, you know, in my mind it was like, whoa, Sunset Beach, Richard Schmidt, and he's riding like a 6'2" forefin, and I got my 710 big wave gun that I'd never ridden before in Hawaii, and I'm freaking out, and he's making me follow him out. You know, he used to have the big blonde mustache back in the day, and was just chill, crazy gray eyes, and, you know, kind of mesmerizing. You're like, whoa, this guy's gnarly.
One of the best guys ever to come out of Santa Cruz, maybe the best, it's debatable, was Richard Schmidt. He was just an amazing presence on the North Shore. The guy was a fantastic big wave surfer, fantastic at Sunset. I think one of the best surfers at Sunset through the 80s, really fearless, great. I mean, he'd take off on anything, any drop, great bottom turn. I mean, he was really a progressive surfer and a very nice guy. You know, very focused on what he wanted to do, very kind of analytical, very committed. Then also at Waimea, he was really good as well.
He became a surf coach, a surf teacher. I became a mentor of fucking troubled children.
The Godfather became a father figure to the troubled kids from the neighborhood, most of whom came from poor, struggling families.